This is Ben Cohen, and together we're going to show you how to do a posterior pelvic tilt. This exercise is extremely important to the answer because every exercise we use on the answer is done in the posterior pelvic tilt position. So we're going to show you how to do it. Some people have trouble getting into this position, so we're going to make sure that we give you as many commands as we can, as many different ways of visualizing it as we can to get you in a proper position or your athlete into the proper position. First thing we're going to look at is the shoulders should be stacked directly over the hip joint. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to rotate the pelvis in a posterior fashion. Another way of saying that is tilt the pelvis backwards, but the only thing that moves in the body is the pelvis tilting backwards. So Ben, go ahead and show us what that looks like. There you go. So you see that Ben's knees didn't move anymore. The only thing that he did was tilt his pelvis backwards. Relax, Ben. Okay. If that group of commands or information is not enough for the athlete to understand, then what we're going to do is we're going to say, Ben, we want you to move your pubic bone more toward your navel, which accomplishes the same thing. It's just a different command. And relax. If that one doesn't work for the athlete, then what we're going to say is, Ben, shorten your hamstrings and your abs without bending your knees any further and get into that position. And that's perfect. And relax. And then the last one would be, Ben, I want you to take all the arch out of your back and make your back completely straight and make your low back as long as possible. And that's perfect. And you notice how Ben is not moving any other thing in his body besides his pelvis. And relax. And now we're going to give you some close-ups of what it looks like from the back. And Ben, go ahead and turn toward the wall. And go into a posterior pelvic tilt. And that's what it looks like from the back. And Ben, turn around and face us, please. And go into a posterior pelvic tilt. And that's what it looks like in the front. You can see his abdominals are extremely crunched. And that is the posterior pelvic tilt. The significance, again, is we want to remain in this position the entire time we do any exercise on the answer.